Hello everybody, I'm so glad to be back. I did something a little bit different this week. I usually take my questions from the comments or video responses, but I happened to read through my direct messages on YouTube and found an underlining theme that I sort of wanted to talk about today. Now the thing about the messages that I love so dearly is that people open up to me a lot. That's where I really get the real stories and the nitty-gritty, and so that's why I'm not going to share any specific stories with you because those are very personal. The underlining theme that I noticed in a lot of those messages is people are feeling regrets. They're feeling like they don't know which direction to go to, and they're regretting things that they've done in their life, and they don't know how to turn back and change. So I kind of wanted to talk about that today. I know that in a previous video I spoke about drugs and alcohol and parties and your friends and not doing what your friends are doing and just being able to stand strong on your own. And I'm gonna revisit that a little bit and hopefully add a little bit more and give you guys a little bit more to hold on to so that when you're faced with these situations that you don't know what to do, maybe it'll help you. One of the greatest things we have is the ability to choose. We can all choose for ourselves one way or the other. The hard thing about being able to choose for ourselves is our choices are influenced greatly by people around us, by our situations, by our environment, and it's difficult sometimes to shut those things out and really stay in this area and think about what do I want to do, what are my choices that I need to make, and not worrying about what this person wants me to do or what my parents want me to do or those other things. I know that that is really difficult. It's up to you to decide which influences, the good, the bad, whatever, are going to influence your own choices. When I was growing up, it was definitely difficult to make those choices. It's hard to decipher which influence is going to be the best influence on you because I know that we've all been through this where our friends seem a lot more important than our parents and that kind of thing. When in the long run, usually what my parents were telling me was better than what my friends were telling me. I know there's nothing worse than feeling that feeling of regret of something that you wish you wouldn't have done or you wish you could change. And I know that we've all felt this at some point in our life. I'm a firm believer in it doesn't matter how long you've made a bad choice. You could have made this choice one time or you've been making bad choices for years and years and years. You always have the power to choose a different choice. Sometimes people make decisions like that they truly regret, but then instead of choosing a different decision and rising above that, they'll just continue on that same path and be like, I've done it once, I'm just gonna keep doing it, who cares, I've already screwed up my life, whatever. That's an entirely wrong attitude to have, I can tell you that right now. Because why would you, if everybody over here is enjoying the sunshine by a nice pool and they're eating watermelon and cookies, I love cookies and watermelon, and everybody over here is eating dirt, and you're like, you know what, I've already eaten dirt, I'm just gonna keep eating dirt. What? No, you can just make a decision and come back over here and have watermelon. It's really good and it's ripe and juicy, so come back over here and eat watermelon with me. I know, my little analogies, they're really good, aren't they? But it's true. If you make a decision that you don't like and you're not happy with, why continue on that decision? And I know that depending on what it is, it can be hard to change because those influences have already taken a huge impact on you. All your friends are doing it, or it's addicting, depending on what choice you've made. So it can be harder the more you make that choice, but I promise you, you can still decide to change. That is the beauty of being able to choose for ourselves, is no matter how difficult it is, you still have the power to choose differently. You cannot allow those feelings of regret to continue to destroy you, because it will only get worse and worse and worse the more you stay on that path. You've done something horrible and that you regret this and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Take that situation, take that choice or that years and years of choices that have affected you and use it to improve your life. Use it to recognize what you don't want and move towards what you do want. So now is the problem, how do you change something that you've done? How do you change a path that you've been on or make a decision after you've already made a bad decision? Well, I'm a firm believer in the power of the willpower. Willpower is something that is I feel like is very much learned and built. It's like a building. You have to go brick by brick, little by little, one decision at a time, one decision. Sometimes you make a bad decision, you take a brick off, that's fine. You still got this house, you're still building it. You keep making good decisions. Like when you're on a diet and you're trying to eat good, when you eat your cookie, you're like, oh, I've screwed up, that's it, I'm done. I'm just gonna keep eating whatever the heck I want. No, don't do that. But if you have that willpower and say, that's okay. I made that mistake, it's okay. My next decision is going to be a better one. I'm going to have a carrot instead of a cookie. I feel like we as human beings, we're so mean to ourselves, we're so hard on ourselves, and we give up at the first sign of failure. But the truth is, it's those failures, it's those setbacks that help us overcome and get stronger. It's just like in weightlifting. When you break down the muscle before it's going to build up and get stronger. You have to break it down before it gets stronger. So those mistakes, those bad decisions, don't let them keep knocking you down. Just overcome them, say, it's okay. I can make a better decision next time. And if you have made a mistake that requires more than just saying, I'm not gonna do it again, then do it. If you have to go to somebody and tell them you're sorry, if you have to return something you've stolen, if you have to go and make a lie a truth, then do it. It's those building blocks that are going to give you strength and power and cause your willpower to become stronger, and that's how you're gonna know who you are in the end. Bottom line is, don't allow those bad decisions, those evil feelings inside of you to determine who you think you are. The more you make good decisions, decisions that make you feel good inside, decisions that you like, that make you like yourself, the stronger of a person you're gonna be. And sometimes you don't even know what you want. Honestly, I know that there's kids out there that are like, I don't know what my values are. I don't know what I want. You have to listen to that little voice inside of you that makes you either feel good or really yucky inside. And you have to follow that. Because sometimes you're going to be faced with decisions that everyone else is doing and you're not sure if it's right or wrong. And I can tell you one thing, if you're not sure, then it's not right for you yet. You need to just have strength and say no. And follow that little voice inside, because it's going to help you. It's going to make you a stronger person. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. Bottom line. And if you do something that you regret, then don't allow that regret to destroy you. Allow that regret to make you a stronger person and decide to make a better decision next time. Don't hate yourself. Don't let regrets overcome you. Just move forward with a smile on your face and come back over and have some watermelon with me. Really, it's really good. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate all your questions, comments, video responses, messages. I'm getting so much love from your faces. Thank you so much. What? From your faces? Yes, I love your faces. You look beautiful always, okay? Keep a smile on your face. And remember, I love you. We'll see you next time.